I walked out of work to an empty parking spot. The late sun hit the asphalt, and my reflection stared back at me from the oil stains where my 2023 Camry should have been. Just paid off. My first new car ever. At first, I thought I'd parked in the wrong row. I circled once, twice. My pulse crawled up my neck as I hit the fob again and again. Nothing. No beep, no flash, just silence. Then I called my parents. "Mom, my car's gone. Someone stole it." "Oh, honey, relax," she said, almost laughing. "We gave it to Elena. She needs it more than you." I froze. The world tilted. Elena, my sister. The same sister who'd totaled 3 cars in 5 years, drunk twice, uninsured once. The one who always had a crisis, always had a savior, and that savior was always me. I didn't shout, didn't cry, just hung up. Then I called the police. Backstory. Growing up, I learned early that love in my family came with conditions. Elena was chaos wrapped in charm. She could crash my bike and still get ice cream for trying her best. I could bring home straight A's, and my father would just say, "That's expected." When I got my first job, I bought my own used Civic. Elena borrowed it, dented it, and cried until my mother told me to forgive her, she's just struggling. That was the script of my life. Me, the reliable one, her, the broken one, everyone rushed to fix. But this time, I'd played along too long. This car wasn't just a car. It was proof that I'd built something of my own, and they gave it away like it was theirs to gift. Discovery of betrayal. 2 days later, the police confirmed no theft report could be filed because, technically, the car was registered jointly under my father's name. "Family matter," the officer said. "Handle it privately." Privately. That word burned. When I called my parents again, my mother's tone was casual, even annoyed. "You're overreacting," she said. "You still have the apartment, the job. Elena doesn't. She needs help." Help? They called theft help. That night, I sat in my silent apartment, staring at the loan papers. I'd paid every bill, every installment. I had proof. And in that proof, I saw my plan form. Quietly, surgically. Shift in mindset. I didn't confront them. I didn't threaten. I smiled when my mother sent me a photo of Elena posing beside my Camry with a "Thank you, sis," heart caption. I replied, "You're welcome, hope you love it." And then I started digging. My father had co-signed the loan, but I had insurance, registration updates, maintenance records, all with my name. I contacted the lender, explained the situation, and learned something useful. If I stopped paying, the car would default, not under my name, but under my father's. So I did exactly that. I canceled automatic payments, let the next bill roll past due. When the calls started, I didn't answer, but I knew they would, eventually. Execution of the plan. 3 weeks later, my father called. "Why is the bank calling me about the car?" His voice tense. "Which car?" I asked, feigning confusion. "The one you gave away?" Silence. I could hear realization cracking in his throat. Within a month, the lender repossessed the Camry, straight off the driveway of Elena's boyfriend's house. She called me screaming. "You ruined my life," she spat. "No," I said quietly. "I just took mine back." I waited for the next move. It came fast. My parents showed up at my apartment furious. "You embarrassed us," my mother hissed. "You could have talked to us." "I did," I said. "You didn't listen." I handed them copies of every receipt, every payment slip, every call log, proof that the car was mine, that their gift was never theirs to give. They left in silence. Climax and confrontation. Weeks later, I ran into Elena at a gas station. She was driving an old Corolla, dented and sun-faded. She glared at me, bitterness curdling her smile. "You think you're better than me," she said. "No," I replied, calm, "just done being your collateral damage." She tried to laugh it off, but her eyes betrayed her. Fear, shame, something fragile. For once, I didn't feel guilty. I paid for my gas, walked past her, and never looked back. Resolution and emotional release. The lender sold the repossessed Camry at auction. I didn't fight it. I used the insurance refund and my savings to buy a different car, a small black sedan, fully mine this time. When I turned the key for the first time, there was no grand moment of victory, just peace. That's the thing about revenge done right. It doesn't roar. It exhales. They thought they could take what was mine because I'd always let them. But I learned that silence isn't submission. Sometimes it's strategy. And when I drove past my parents' house a month later, seeing the empty driveway where the Camry used to sit, I finally smiled. Because for the first time, they knew what it felt like to lose something they thought they owned. And I drove on.